Alright guys, we're going to tie a Squirmy Wormy. And this is going to be I'm going to kind of show you a quick way to do it, or just a way I like to do it. So anyway, I want to show you how I got to this point. This hook is a Hannock Classic jig. This is a 3.5mm, like a purple bead. What you do is you get your bobbin threader and just stack you some beads on there. We're kind of doing like an assembly line. And then get your worm material, and I'll just put just a little bit of your worm material in there. You don't want to put it like halfway, but just right at the tip. And once you get it there, then just slide your bead up and just ease it through. And that's going to get your bead on your squirmy material. So you just do a bunch of those, and then just get your hooks and thread them on your bead like you normally do. And then I'm going to use this is 8/0 red thread, uni thread. But before you thread it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the squirmy material and I'm just going to tie an overhead knot. Not too tight, but really just to get the squirmy material out of the way. I might do 2 or 3 times depending on how long you want to make your squirmy. And just kind of get it out of the way, and so it'll sit out of the way. Then I'm going to get my thread, and then I'm going to come in and just start that thread base. And snip off that excess, cover it, and I'm going to come back and lock down that bead. Just get in front of it. This is just kind of the fastest way I've found to do it. I've seen them tied a bunch of different ways. This is just what I like to do. But you can, whether you're using a jig hook or not, you can still use that method to kind of get the assembly line going. Just make sure that thing's locked down. Once you get it locked down, then we're going to move back to the back of the shank here. Stop there. Untie your knots. I'm going to come back. And right here, you don't want to pull too tight, or you're going to cut your squirmy material in half. You don't want to do that. So you got to kind of ease it down, and I'm going to do it I'm going to hit right where I just hit again. So 2 wraps, come up, segment it off, hit it again. Same tactic. I'm going to go 1 wrap, 2 wraps, kind of segment this thing off, come up, 1 wrap, 2 wrap, try to get right in there, and then I'm going to get right behind the bead. It kind of gives a segmented look, and I'm just coming and whip finish. That's it. Easy peasy. Now I've seen people dub it right here. I've seen people wrap it. I mean, like I said, you tie it how you want to tie it. The fish love these things, and so they'll pull it off no matter what, because the squirmy material will break. Don't use any Zap-A-Gap. Don't use any kind of super glue on this, or it will melt the squirmy material. You don't want to put it in a fly box that has other flies that's got super glue on it, or it'll melt them later on in the box. I've had that happen before. that's the old squirmy. People say what they want to say about it. That's one of the most effective flies they've tied in 20 years probably. So Dave Heiss came up with that one. Great pattern. So you can tie it. I've red, purple, glow in the dark, tan, sometimes blue, orange, definitely. But all those different pink, they all work. It's just one of those flies you can come in there after somebody and just, it can turn a so-so day into a good day sometimes when they're on that squirm bite. And so don't feel bad about it. Like, fish eat worms, so fish it. There you go. Squirmy.